Through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Jets. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away, and we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run with a second-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. On first down, right back to Hall. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2. As we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
And the Jets are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. They'll run with Hall. Shoves him aside. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Second down and goal. Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Odafe Owe. And the Ravens are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down. And that's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler.
Real quick.
They go play action now. Jackson. He's got a man complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. A man who missed all of 2021. This is J.K. Dobbins. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Jackson now. He's got a man complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. No score after one on EA Sports. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So a great start. They force the turnover on the other side and then take it down the field on their first drive and finish it off with a short touchdown run.
Nice and efficient. Excellent job blocking. Finds the gap and barrels into the end zone. Great way to finish off that drive.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now on 2nd and 13, Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. To throw is Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Barr. And the Jets are going to take over here up near the 40. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline. Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game. Oh, what a juke into space. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And this is a guy who's going to get some carries going forward. Picked up as a free agent just this past week.
How about fresh legs, right? We always talk about bringing a guy in, provides that spark and maybe a little bit of extra energy.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
26.
To throw, it's Rodgers. A dump down to McKinnon. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. I love plays like that. Defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen and then a nice return.
You know, nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
You got 58.
On 2nd and a couple, Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this one is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The second quarter score from Cincinnati. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with
Situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Jets. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And no run back on this one. Season will begin at the 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Rodgers to throw. Screen play, McKinnon. And some space here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So a good grab there. And here's a guy, he had to learn the offense quick, just picked up as a free agent earlier this week.
And usually there's a connection, isn't there? A past coach, someone from the front office who knew him from before and thought that he could help this team.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now the first running back drafted in April, this is Breece Hall. And he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
He'll get this down to the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
I'll go over here. All right.
Here's Jerick McKinnon, his first carry of the ball game. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. And this is a guy who's going to get some carries going forward. Picked up as a free agent just this past week.
How about fresh legs, right? We always talk about bringing a guy in, provides that spark, and maybe a little bit of extra energy.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Ball on a give up the middle. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now it's Rodgers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Jackson. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. DJ Chark, 32 yards. And the Ravens are on the board here first in the season opener. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Ball again on 2nd down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10.